Let's go here. Matter of fact, since we're on this, complaining about women, listen. Well, how old is this? Who is this? Pay attention. Pay attention. Pay attention. Everything your leaders are saying, somebody's already said it before. Okay, your arguments are so old. But let's continue.
What do women really want?
I don't care what they want. I only care what they respond to. See, my focus is a little bit different from your other guests. There's what women say they want, there's what women think they want, and then there's what they actually respond to. I'm interested in what works on the street when it's time to date and mate. And what women actually respond to is not what they say they want.
So what do they respond to?
They really respond to a guy who's a challenge, a guy who's a question mark, a guy who keeps them guessing. You see, in the beginning, the less attractive you are physically, the more you have to rely on your attitude.
Really? How old is this? This is 40 years old. This message is older than some of us. Matter of fact, this message is older than a lot of you watching, you young sycophants. God bless you all, but your leaders have not told you anything profound. Everything has revolving door. Everything under the sun has been said and done before. I am no different. I'm not come on here and say anything y'all haven't heard before or whatever. It's just from my point of view, my take, my spin, my experiences are what make it a little bit different. But other than that, come on.
And that's what I wrote my book for. I wrote my book for the average looking, even ugly guy who goes out there in the real world and tries to be a nice guy, gets his head kicked in.
So no more Mr. Nice Guy.
You can be pleasant. You see, we got to define our terms. By nice, I mean accommodating. When you accommodate, you get what the commode gets. You get the crapola. You have to learn how to say no to a woman.
These niggas ain't been saying nothing different. Ross Jeffries, how old is his book? Ross Jeffries. Wow. Okay. Ross Jeffries. Neuralistic Programming, 92. He was on the segment of NBC's that's who that was. Faith Daniels show. He's been on Dr. Phil, Montel, Jane Whitney, Daily Show. Self-described speed seduction expert. In 2000, he was featured on Louis Theroux's Weird Weekends. In his book, The Game, wow, published in 2005, author Neil Strauss describes his experience shadowing Jeffries during Strauss's investigation of the seduction community. He writes that Jeffrey acted as a mentor to Mystery and himself. That's another pickup artist that y'all get on your knees for. Jeffries is Jewish. Tom Cruise's character Frank T.J. Mackey in the film Magnolia was inspired by Jeffries, according to the film's director, writer Paul Thomas Anderson. The same Paul Thomas Anderson that gave you that crap-ass movie, One Battle After Another. All things are connected. Huh. Imagine that. What year did Alan Roger Currie drop his book? So when was Alan Roger Currie talking about that shit? Alan Roger Currie. So let's see who did it first. You mean Alan Roger Currie doesn't have a Wikipedia? Y'all ain't create a Wikipedia for y'all fallen hero? How come y'all have not created a Wikipedia for Alan Roger Currie? Shame on y'all. Shame on y'all. Y'all have not created a Wikipedia for y'all's fallen hero. That is sad. You guys suck. So, in this 2017 updated version, okay, so when did the first one come out? This came out in 99 and 06. 99, 06. This guy was talking it in 92. So that book he published was in 05. But he was out here talking this shit in 92. Huh. Interesting. So he was out here talking that smack in 92. Let's go here. Inner Game. Interesting.
As Patient Zero, as the originator of pickup artistry, Patient Zero.
Sounds like I'm an infection or a virus.
Pretty much. Let's disinfect. What does the term inner game mean to you personally?
I would say it's an awareness and choice about your beliefs, about who you are, what you deserve, and most importantly, your willingness to let your actions in the world, your bold actions in the world, rather than your guessing or your internal dialogue, be the architects of your life. So many guys are stuck in their internal dialogue. Now, it's not to say internal dialogue doesn't have a useful function and purpose. It does, but it's not going to give you social skills. You can have the best refrigerator in the world, but it's not going to take you from point A to point B. It's not designed to do that. And
is there anything you Negroes didn't bite from this Jewish man? I hate to be that guy. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but y'all just picking off scraps of what this man and Tom Lakis said and did years before. Oh wow, okay.
And so this, I'm going to use a big word, epistemological. Epistemology is the study and philosophy of how we claim to know things. How do we get information? Do we get it through revelation? Do we get it through intuition? Do we get it through going out and experimenting in the world? So taking on that mindset that you're going to let your experiments in the world that you do joyfully and that align with your vision and your values, and you do it boldly with detachment from the result. You become process oriented. These are huge shifts. No matter what activity of life you put.
I ain't never heard none of those guys shout this guy out, but he seems to be the creator of all this.
These don't do anything.
You cut the wires off.
This is the guy.
Do you remember this?
Of course I remember this. The setup for this before you start playing it is they had me on the show. I was backstage waiting to go on. They didn't tell me it would be an all-female audience. They bring me on and the producer gives me a shit-eating grin like, ha, ha, ha. I'm thinking, no. I'm not trapped in here with them. They're trapped in here with me. I'm going to rip these bitches. And my whole thing when I used to do a lot of chat shows is I just thought everyone's my bitch. The producers are just bitches. I don't mean necessarily female, but they're just my punks. I'm much smarter than any of these people. I'm just going to treat them with sarcasm, contempt, and ridicule.
A man says women say one thing but mean another. Another man teaches other men how to get women into bed. And finally, one man says men need to learn to listen to what women want. Hello, everyone. I don't know if you noticed by the shots that we're taking, but this is an audience of all women today. We have invited them here for a reason because
I kept hearing that Alan Roger Currie was on TV. Okay, what year was Alan Roger Currie on TV talking this? What year was that? What year was he on TV? Because this Jew guy clearly timestamped 1992 talking that smack. So what year was Alan Roger Currie first on TV? When? I'm just asking. Help me out. When was he on TV talking this smack? Once again, the Jew guy, 1992. The original story, the origin story of, let's see what they're talking about here. Okay, let's go here.
This particular woman, I would almost call her 2/3 middle-class sensibilities and 1/3 from the street sensibilities.
This is the last time he was in front of white folk. White folk didn't want to hear this shit from him. They want to hear it from this guy. But okay, I'm not here to disparage anybody. No dead people. No, I'm just telling you what it is, man. I'm just telling you what it is.
In that room and just got an axe and just start slicing it. Just destroying it.
Somebody give me the year Alan Roger Currie was on TV talking this smack. I'm just asking. Can you document it? Do you have proof? Was it before 92? Because I highly doubt it.
In the book, y'all laugh, but in the book, I call this, I literally do. I call this my George McFly moment. And it's the reason I'm standing on stage right now. Now, to this point, my mother had always conditioned me to be the nice guy, be polite, never say anything that will rattle a woman, ruffle feathers, come across as crass, disrespectful.
Man, you ain't saying nothing but what the white dude was saying. Come on, man.
We have three men with different points of view. These three men think they know what women think. And today we will find out. Meet Ross Jeffries. He says he got tired of being Mr. Nice Guy and being dumped by women. So he changed his ways and he wrote a book for other men who feel the same way. It is called How to Get the Women You Desire into Bed. Ross.
Ain't that what mode 1 is? Oh, so y'all want to sit here and don't want to admit your heroes were stealing from the Jew guy? Oh, come on, man. Okay.
What do women really want?
I don't care what they want. I only care what they respond to. See, my focus is a little bit different from your other guests. There's what women say they want, there's what women think they want, and then there's what they actually respond to.
Nah, don't give me probably. Don't give me probably. Y'all can't find the first time Alan Roger Currie was on TV talking this smack, because I can. This Jew guy 92. So that tells me y'all can't find it. Okay. Fair
I'm
enough.
not an academic. I'm not a theoretician. I'm interested in what works on the street when it's time to date and mate. And what women actually respond to is not what they say they want.
So what do they respond to?
They really respond to a guy who's a challenge, a guy who's a question mark, a guy who keeps them guessing. You see, in the beginning, the less attractive you are physically, the more you have to rely on your attitude. And that's what I wrote my book for. I wrote my book for the average looking, even ugly guy who goes out there in the real world and tries to be a nice guy, gets his head kicked in.
So no more Mr. Nice Guy.
You can be pleasant. You see, we've got to define our terms. By nice, I mean accommodating. When you accommodate, you get what the commode gets. You get the crapola. You have to learn how to say no to a woman.
But so this, I guess, attitude is your word. This attitude that you now have is more appealing to women?
The attitude is vastly more appealing. Basically, the attitude is I make no excuses for what I want. And no.
Oh, Alec, come on. You stole from this white man? Oh, come on, bruh.
Rude. And I adhere to that social programming. 2 words I will plug a lot. I always do. But that moment, it's like I heard her in slow motion talking to me. And I turned around, I looked her dead in the eyes, and I said, bitch, shut the fuck up.
This is literally verbatim what the white dude was saying. White dude predates Allen. The white dude on film, 1992. And none of y'all can give me a year that ARC was on TV talking this smack. None of y'all can find that. Okay, fair enough.
Now see, nowadays
So don't get mad if I make a video saying Alan Roger Currie stole from Ross Jeffries. Don't get mad at me. I'm not kicking a dead man down. I'm just telling you what it is.
listen to rap music and you think all brothers talk like that to women. But me coming from the middle class background that I did, that was like the huge no, like you would never say that to a woman. But I looked her dead in her eyes and I said, bitch.
Okay.
Now here's the thing, I'll give you a tip about women, about this alpha male, beta male delineation. Anytime you say something bold to a woman, it could be something sexually explicit, or it could be a harsh criticism or insult. 99% of the time, if not 100% of the time, the first thing they're gonna do, they're not gonna look at your hair, they're not gonna look at your clothes, they're not gonna look to this side or that side, they're gonna look you directly in your eyes. And why do they do that? Because they wanna know, are you really alpha, or did you read some PUA book and you're trying to pretend that you're alpha?
Oh, sir, you out here plagiarizing, stealing people's talking points, and the nerve of this man get mad at Kevin Samuels for doing the same thing you did to Ross Jeffries. Ain't that about something? Boy, I tell you what.
Number 2, I don't need you. You need me. Now, bear in mind, I don't verbalize it. Exactly. Now, you see this response here. You should never verbalize the attitude.
The name of his book was How to Get the Woman You Want. How to Get the Woman You Desire into Bed. What y'all mean?
See, you see this response here. You should never verbalize the attitude. You show it in your behavior. I found that the nice guys who, when I'm on the radio or TV, nice guys call up and go, well, it wouldn't be myself. It's the nice guy who's the phony, who's not being his real self because he's afraid he can't do anything.
So you're going back to my point. All men are jerks.
No.
And some hide it.
This is from the Faith Daniels Show, 1992. Once again, I'm asking anybody, if you're a fan of ARC or an enemy, find me a year that you first, where ARC was on TV talking this smack. This white man was doing it since 1992. So the rhetoric sounds very similar. Okay? The irony of ARC accusing Kevin Samuels of stealing talking points. Sir, you stole it from this white man. Okay? You stole it from this white man.
But isn't that what you just said is all men are sort of jerks, and some of them try to sugarcoat
what
it.
I'm
Is that
saying
what he just said?
No, what I'm saying is,
I said I was going to stay out of it. I can't.
What I'm saying is that there's a massive power imbalance in favor of women when it comes to dating and sex. And women through
What? Oh no, he been saying this since '92. Oh,
their behavior,
no.
through showing men what they actually respond to, force men to act in a certain way.
One thing the women's movement has taught me is to avoid speaking for other people. So I would like to.
Okay, let's go back to let's see what else is ARC done stole from this man.
So when I said, bitch, shut the fuck up, her eyes zoned in on my eyes. And she said, excuse me? And I said, I didn't stutter. I said, shut the fuck up.
Okay, come with the cursing, bro.
And we locked eyes for a few seconds. And the most amazing thing happened. She completely softened up. She said, you tripping. I don't know what got into you since you was upstairs, but you tripping. I said, you got two options for the rest of the night.
What is it? Listen, I know it's old. I know I'm critiquing. How old is this? This was 3 years ago. What is this man's suit? What's going on with this suit? This is not a tailored suit. Look how long oh my gosh, man, come on, man. Even I know this is a very bad fitting, very ill fitting suit. This is what you wore in front of white people? Oh no, sir. Sir.
Option A, you gonna suck my dick like you owe me money.
Oh my goodness.
Option B, if you're not gonna suck my dick, say shit to me tonight. I said, now who drove here, you or your cousin? She said, I did. I said, where's your car? She said, over there. I said, yeah, we're gonna go to your car because you're gonna suck my dick.
And let me guess, she did.
So we in the car, and she's sucking my dick, and I take my dick, I ain't gonna lie, I take my dick out of Judge me if you will.
And y'all really believe, okay. Sure, man, sure. Let me get back to Ross. Let's get back to Ross. ARC even
This guy's like he's running for office here. He knows how to work the crowd, okay? I'm not interested.
You know what? It's not a stretch for him to get this audience to agree with his point.
But I'm not interested in what applies in the mummified halls of academia.
I'm not speaking as an academic. I'm not speaking as an academic.
I'm talking for the little guy out there who gets his head kicked in and always winds up being the buddy, the big brother, and here is, let's be friends. You want a friend, lady? Get a dog.
Okay. And here's the thing.
1992. And I'm still waiting for y'all to give me some video evidence of the first time y'all saw ARC on camera talking this smiggity smack close to this circa. 1992 is the metric. If you can't provide it, then clearly this tells me ARC stole from Ross Jeffries, okay, and was counting on y'all not knowing who Ross Jeffries is or was, okay, because the man's dead now.
You mentioned that nice guys are phonies. What is your stance on that? Nice guys are phonies. Why?
Well, we have to define what we mean by nice guys. See, I make a distinction between nice and pleasant. I'm not a nice guy. I stopped being a nice guy 32 years ago, but I am pleasant. The distinction is nice means a few things. Number one, you don't own your sexuality. You either bury it and hold it tight, or you spray all over the place. You're gushing lust, or you're shut down. So you don't own your sexuality. Number two, you have no passion outside of wanting to please women. Number three, you don't set boundaries or stand up for yourself. Number four, you're a poor leader. So the problem with nice guys is they think because they're always trying to please, they think trying to please is what will get a woman attracted to them. And then they get angry and resentful when they don't. And so they hide. Do they express their anger to the woman? No. They bottle it up and pretend that it's going to be okay. So they're phonies because they hide their sexuality and they deny their anger, and they'll pretend to like something just to get the woman's favor or pretend that it's okay.
That's crazy. ARC, you stole this whole man's get down. Oh, hell no.
How you treated me earlier. You were acting like just a straight up bitch. Now, I'm your obedient good bitch. And anybody familiar with my show, I have a podcast show called The Erotic Conversationalist. And you often hear women refer to themselves as my obedient good bitch. That's where it started. I must have said about 10 times, I said, say it again. She said, I'm your obedient good bitch. I said, say it again. To the apartment. I had to take one for the team. You ain't
Okay. No, sir. Give me the year. Once again, give me a year. ARC was on TV talking anything close to what this man was saying back in 1992. And I can guarantee you can't, because it didn't happen. It didn't happen. Everything this man is laid out and said, ARC came from behind and riffed off of. Man, y'all bugging. Y'all don't get the hell out of here with this
As
nonsense.
patient
Ross Jeffries books. Let me see. Ross Jeffries books. Secrets of Speed Seduction Mastery. These gotta be reprints. Okay, give me the old. Let me find out the old stuff. Okay. So the books, 1992, How to Get the Women You Desire into Bed, 1992. Man, if y'all don't get the hell out of here with this. And he comes back in 2010 with Secrets of Speed Seduction Mastery. 2018, Subtle Words That Sell, How to Get Your Prospects to Convince Themselves to Buy Without Pushing. And Alan's whole thing was seduction. Fuck out of here, man. 1991, Return of the Brute. Relationships, forget sensitive, forget nice. What women really want is a big, strong barbarian, according to a new crop of self-help books. This is 91, a review. The Guardian, Dating Game Turns Ugly. This is in 2000. 05, The Game, Penetrating the Secret Society of Pickup Artists. Nobody was talking. Y'all wasn't talking this shit back then. 04, He Aims, He Shoots. Yes. 1998, The Rap Trap. Yeah, y'all can miss me with this. Your boy stole. Sorry. Sorry. Talk Softly, Keep Eye Contact, Save Country. 1998. 2000, PTA Meeting. An interview with Paul Thomas Anderson, Tom Cruise, and an interview with Neil Strauss denies that his character in Magnolia is based on Ross Jeffries. Once again, okay. Boy, y'all be trying hard to be fighting, windmilling for your boys. Let me see what you sent me. '87. Okay, let's see. '87. Whose show was this on '87? Hey, I'll admit if I'm wrong. Okay, that's Oprah. Okay, hold up. Okay, let's see what he's saying. 87. Okay, does anybody have the Oprah clip? Can anybody give me the Oprah clip? Let's do this. 1987. Can anybody give me the Oprah clip? Let's see. He appeared as a guest on Oprah in '87. The episode focused on the challenges of the '80s dating scene, featuring Tracy Cabot and Michael Morgenstern, sitting on modern dating relationships and challenges in finding a partner. Okay. This appearance was early in Currie's career, with visual excerpts of the '87 interview maintained by the author. Well, goddammit, where the fuck is it? Yes, I'm over 18. Oh, come on. I'm not doing this. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'll admit if I'm wrong. Bruh, I'm not paying for Patreon. I'm not paying. I'm not. So, oh well. Hey, if he did it first, God bless him. Congrats. But I would need to hear. What was said on that episode to confirm it. As of right now, until I hear something, Ross Jeffries wins. Until you, until you pay for Patreon and rip it and send it to me. Other than that, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not paying for that shit. Yeah, while specific footage from '87 is not widely available on public video streaming sites, snippets have been showcased on Currie's own platforms. I'm not paying. You pay for it, rip it, and send it to me. Other than that, no, thank you. I'm not gonna pay for it. It is not that serious. Sorry. But if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I have no problem admitting I'm wrong. Hold up, I'll be right back. Let me find something real quick. No. What is that? Nope. Where the hell is my damn song at? Come here. How was work? You call me cheapy.
I hear you ripping a hole in somebody.
What do you mean?
I ain't buying it,
Hell no. I ain't. Fuck. No. Behind the paywall? Like, no. You are not that important. Ever. They forgot. Hey, Mr. Frugal. That's what they forgot. What I got on my. What? No. Is it there? You blind. You ain't seen the motherfucking thing. It's a gray hair. Fuck out of here. I don't say nothing about your gray. You got jokes?
My gray what?
I don't say shit about your gray hairs. That's all of a sudden decide to. Here he is, and I don't say shit. I'm like, oh, yeah. I don't say nothing about you having to pluck them or shit. I don't say none of that. I say, hey, you might want to get this wild hair. No, I don't say nothing. Yeah, you really do. That shit wrap around. I'd be like, oh wow, okay.
Work was cool. I'ma just work from home tomorrow.
Okay.
So I can cook for you so when you get home.
All right. That's fine. All right, that works. Okay. Hell yeah, I'm frugal. Hell yeah. Proudly. So all we have is this. But we don't have the audio. Because I can't. Oh, wait. Do we have audio? Let me see. Is the music? Oh, you put music. Oh, come on, man. You put music behind it, so you're not even playing what the hell you said. Why'd you do this? Why would you do this? Ah, come on, man. I'll say this. Okay, if this, as a guest 87, once again, you're in the crowd. Ross Jeffries was on the stage. That's a difference to me. And I know it's a difference of 5 years, but I mean, until someone rips this video and gives me the audio for this, I'm going to give it to Ross Jeffries. Sorry. Yeah, why would you even show this and not even... That was dumb, man. Talk about shitty marketing and promotion. Like, what are you doing, dude? Who puts their... Okay, never mind. I'm done with it. I'm done. Okay. So technically, they're at the same time. In '88, he studied seduction. Right? He studied the NLP, right? I don't know. Listen, if we're comparing apples to apples, Jeffries was doing more around the same time. I mean, he was actually putting in the work. His teachings claim to show men how to create the desired emotional state in a woman by leading her imagination for the purpose of seduction. So wait. Now I know Wikipedia isn't all the A1 up to is always accurate. So this man in 88 was already teaching men to show men how to create the desired emotional state in a woman by leading her imagination for the purpose of seduction, rather than focus on specific behavior of actions of hers as the desired outcome. So he's already putting in the work. I'm sorry, I got to give it to Ross. He was putting in the work. He was putting in the work. I'm sorry. Sorry. This man was everywhere in 92. There's no Louis Theroux featuring ARC. There's a Louis Theroux featuring Ross Jeffries in 2000. Sorry. Yeah, I would love to pick up this conversation again, but once again, give me that Oprah audio. But hell, he was already putting in the work, laying the framework for this. I remember like 10 years ago, there was a whole bunch of NLP videos, explaining what NLP was and all these, teachers of NLP and how they, get anybody to do anything they want. He was already doing this shit in 88, man. Come on, stop, man. Stop. You had one guy talking about it in the studio audience. This guy was actually laying foundation and framework for everybody's rhetoric to piggyback off of. This is the house that Ross Jeffries built. Sorry. This is the foundation that the house of dating and mating is built upon. Game. Okay, got you. Okay. Black men using game to exploit women for money. The Jewish man out here putting in actual teachings and framework to be used later on. Got you. Y'all got it, man. Y'all got it. Listen, you gonna like who you gonna like. Doesn't matter to me.